Not all brake jobs are created alike. At Pawlik Automotive, we take great pride in doing high quality work every time. And in this video, you'll see an example of how we do a brake pad and rotor replacement. We start with the wheel already removed. Note the generally rusty conditions that are present. This is common to vehicles on BC's west coast. The first part of our work is to remove the brake caliper and then the brake pads. There's an inner and outer pad. In this case, both require the additional force of a pry bar to remove. This is due to rust corrosion on the pad slider areas of the caliper. As this rust builds up, it causes the pads to bind and they wear out faster. Note the rust corrosion on the shim and when the shim is removed from the caliper bracket itself. Next, the brake rotor is removed. This rotor is seized on the hub, and as we are replacing it, it requires the brute force of a big hammer to break it free. After removal, you can see a great deal of rust on the wheel hub and inside where the rotor sits on the hub. Also note the rusted edges of the rotor. These do not machine well and may cause brake squeals and further rotor deterioration. Corrosion from the hub is easily removed with this abrasive tool. Once the corrosion is removed, the hub surface is like new and allows our new rotor to fit true over the hub. Failure to clean this corrosion could cause a brake rotor to warp prematurely, resulting in a vibrating brake pedal. The caliper bracket is next serviced and cleaned. The shim is removed from the slider area. Once again, note the rust. The slider pins are then removed and cleaned. Rust is removed from the pad slider area with a wire brush and this abrasive tool. Failure to take these steps will cause the new pads to bind and wear out quickly. Once cleaned, the slider surfaces and shims are lubricated. The slider pins are lubricated and reinstalled. Once this is complete, the caliper bracket is now ready to be bolted back into the vehicle. We next apply lubricant to the brake pad backing plates and the shims. Some brakes use shims while others do not, and on this vehicle the original shims were reused as they are in excellent condition. Our experience has taught us to only use the original manufacturer's shims, as aftermarket shims tend to slip out and can cause damage. With the caliper bracket already mounted, we now install the new brake pads. While not shown on camera, the caliper pistons were retracted back into the housing. On this service, the calipers were in good condition, but frequently they require replacement. The final phase of the brake job is to install the caliper over the pads and bolt it on. If the calipers were replaced, the brakes would also require bleeding, but in this case it is not required, and the wheel is ready to be bolted on and a road test done. Our final view shows the completed front brake job. This is an example of a Pawlik Automotive quality brake job, one that will last for thousands of kilometers trouble-free.